This is 1,000 monkeys working at 1,000 typewriters. Soon, they'll have written the greatest novel known to man. Let's see. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. You stupid monkey. You shut up.
Oh, science at the doorstep to God, exciting new developments. Let's start with some interesting sort of statistics. 51% of scientists overall are theists. 41% are agnostics or atheists. The young scientists are 66% self-declared. This is the Pew survey of the American Association for the Advancement of Sciences. 66% young scientists self-declare as theists, as believers in God or a higher transcendent power or truth. You can see 76% of physicians declared themselves to be either religious or believers in God. For it, certainly the increase in cosmological evidence is a really big part of this. If our universe is going to be friendly to, a nice, open, organic life form developing within the universe, the odds against that happening by pure chance are 10 first exponent raised to the 10, raised again to the 125 to 1. That's 2 exponents higher than the Penrose number, but that arises into a much, 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 much bigger number. The point is, the odds of having life in our universe by pure chance are the same odds as a monkey typing the entire corpus of Shakespeare, Milton, Spitzer, and Eliot by random tapping of the keys in a single try. Virtually impossible. So,
smart. Put enough monkeys in a room with a typewriter, they'll produce Shakespeare.
Let's see, a something by any other name.
Carnation, peony.
No, they did that on last week's Marlowe.
What about Daisy?
Chrysanthemum.
Iris?
Yeah.
Rose? What about Rose?
Did you say Rose?
Yeah, Rose.
Ooh, Rose is good.
Rose by any other name. Yeah, that works.
I like that a lot.
All right, boom.
bouncing universes won't work because bouncing universes require more fine-tuning as you go back in time. Sean Carroll wiped that out. And of course, string universes in the higher dimensional spaces. So when all these things are taken into consideration, there's only 2 options left. I'm just going to get to the chase. Even a regular old inflationary multiverse won't work. There's only one kind of multiverse that can do the job of 10 raised to the 10 raised to the 125 to 1 against. And that's an infinite multiverse which has no beginning. The so-called eternal inflation, infinite fractal multiverse. Has been a popular favorite among those who do not want to believe in an intelligent creator. Because the intelligent creator is the only other option outside of an infinite, eternal, fractal multiverse. The first thing that happened was Boltzmann brains and brief brains. And you're probably going, Boltzmann brains? What the world is that?
Man, is he dumb. Where do they get these subjects?
He's a little too well-fed to be a wino. Hey, what's that?
Zoom in on section 8. Rotate 20 degrees.
Mr. Simpson, I'm afraid you have a crayon lodged in your brain.
There's a crayon in my brain?
That's a brain that just fluctuates into existence in a thermal vacuum in a single fluctuation. Now, if you think an infinite multiverse is actually the case, then every one of you here is a Boltzmann brain. Since thinking that you're seeing everybody in this room, thinking that you're in an organic universe like our own, but you're not. You're just fluctuating into existence because the odds are 10 raised to the 10 raised to the 122 higher that you are a Boltzmann brain or physicists. They don't like this too much And the reason they don't want to be a Boltzmann brain is because that throws off the entire empirical observational basis of physics. It was a real first blow against the poor infinite multiverse. But then comes Stephen Hawking and Thomas Hertog and goes, Stephen Hawking? I thought he was leaning toward the other side.
Too bad the universe made it turn out that way and not some other way. I wonder why it did that.
Probably magnets.
I'm sure what Dr. Hawking means is
silence. A brief history of rhyme.
Was, not now. In his last academic paper in the Journal of High Energy Physics in 2018, he basically put a closure to the infinite multiverse with his partner, Belgian physicist Thomas Hertog. And in that paper, what they showed was that this universe, we have what's called a separation between quantum physics and relativity physics. The point at hand that's really important is that you can't get a universe like ours with our quantum theory and our relativity theory the way it is. You can't get that from a fractal multiverse. If a multiverse, said Hawking, does exist, it would have to be a very finite number of bubble universes. And those bubble universes would be very much like our own universe. And inflation must have a beginning. So, believe me, Hawking still has a lot of weight in the world of physics. And when he wrote that paper with Thomas Hertog, reliance on the anthropic principle is so great in these kinds of theories that essentially it's going to disagree violently with experimental evidence. That's a pretty strong opinion. But Banks, of course, is coming also under the category of Hawking and Hertog. And then when you combine it with the Boltzmann brains and the brief brains and the very small number of bubble universes that a multiverse is now permitted to generate, you put it all together, and the infinite multiverse, the eternal inflation theory, is looking really weak. In fact, it's looking so weak that we're probably back to either a small number of bubble universes in a multiverse or just our own plain universe. Because if the infinite multiverse is dead, there's really only one option that's left over. And the option is God did it. And a really super smart, intelligent God did it. We're right back to Hoyle actually said and declared in the California Institute of Technology Bulletin. He said, look, it seems to me that there are no blind forces worth speaking about. It seems to me that there must be some super calculating, super intellect that has monkeyed with the constants of physics and the constants of chemistry and biology as well. I consider this to be beyond the shadow of a doubt. That's the current state. Are young physicists looking at this? I think they are. It's getting very, very hard to resist the idea that there's not only a God out there, a conscious God, but a thinking God. And not only a thinking, rational, super calculating, super intellect God, but a God who really likes us.
I'm afraid he's gone native. Oh, stop it! Oh, guys, I'm serious!